Okay, go to the company. This is the entity we have created in the last session. Click it on it. So you see there is a option attributes is there, then match rule, relationship role. So entity is always come up with these four options: attributes, match rule, relationship. So I want to add a new attribute. What to do? I need to create a new. Just click it here, put it. So I put one attributes in the company name within the company attributes. So it's asking this name and display name is mandatory. Now it's asking what type of data. There is multiple option is there. Based on your requirement, you need to choose it. So by default, it's string. If you think you by default it will provide some value, you can put it. By default, generally will not put any values. Now it's asking that if the company name is, let's say you have some lookup already present, and from there only that value will be picked up. So that case you need to click it here, that lookup, and you need to map that particular case, that which part you want to add. Okay. Based on your requirement, you need to choose. If you have a lookup created, then you can choose. Otherwise, it will be blank. And the four parameter already informed that hidden, search, facet requires. See, they'll do MDM UI, it will be available or not. AI. So if it is on, what is written? Turn on. If you do not on, turn on means you will not able to. By default, it is everything is available. Okay. Search, facet, required, everything is available. Required means it's a mandatory field. I can say it's mandatory. Without that, you cannot. So if I on means it is mandatory. Off means it is not a mandatory. If it is mandatory, always come up with a star. One point you have to remember that see the attributes type. This is simply or nested. Simply means let's say name, ID. These are the simply attributes. Means only one value. Nested means you have multiple value. What type of multiple? Let's say you have a address. So you have maybe you have a multiple type of address like home address, office address, billing address, such kind of address is there. So if such kind of address is there, it's indicating you have to create a nested attribute. So first you need to create a type of address and then you need to provide. So if it is selected the nested attribute, say it's open another wizard and you need to click on it and then it will be asked for that particular data type. So it is attributes within attributes. Mean let's say company, here we put the company name. If it is address, home address, then definitely it will have a proper address. Again it will become like it is a billing address, then value will become. So in this way you need to define it. Okay, so this is the way you can create it. If it is put simply, definitely only one value is required. That's all. Then you need to click on the save, so it will be save it. So see, this save it, and is it string type, it's required or not, because we define that it is not required. It's not a mandatory. Hidden, searchable, everything is possible. Okay. So match rule, relationship rule, I will become later. So see, in the company it is only one role is one activity is there, no role or role is defined. Rules and role nothing is defined. And one thing it is clear that if I create it, I cannot change the name of that particular display name. I cannot change it. Okay. So if we want to change it, then I need to go to the L3, because using L3 I can do changes, but in UI I cannot do so many changes. So there is the restriction. Okay, so we have seen how to get the attributes. So see there, so you that see label, name, description, and then these four factors is available there. You can choose it, the type, multiple option. Is all the other simple attributes. If it was nested, then it will be something different. Let's check address. There is another part is the type is reference. Okay, reference means it's coming from other location. So similarly, it will be nested for the type address type. It's nested. See, this is the type is nested. So one attribute that is nested. Mostly nested attributes actually we consider are when the multiple type is there. Let's say mobile number. You have a mobile for home, you have a mobile for office, such kind of cases that mobile type. Let's say landline cases also will get something. So mostly that cases we are generally use that multiple. So here see that Jeep cases we are putting the nested because Jeep have a two types, Jeep 5, Jeep 4. So based on the type, Jeep 5 or Jeep 4, we can change it. So this thing is remember that type is three type generally. Only that it is simply or nested, and some cases we have put as a reference. So attributes, entity and attributes is over. We will go in the next section for the roles.